Hi. I was just wondering if someone could help me with a question I had.
I'm sorry. What is your name?
Christine.
Christine. What is your question, Christine?
Well, I used to study with witnesses a couple of years ago, and they really emphasized that the elders or pastors or whatever are not called clergy. Is that right?
Yes, we're just they're called elders.
They're just called elders. Okay. Well, I was just wondering, I was just reading the news about the latest child sexual abuse trial. I don't know if you heard about it, but they went to court with a woman called Stephanie Fessler, and they, in their case, the lawyers tried to claim what's called clergy privilege, and that's why they didn't call the police on the sexual abuser.
Oh, that sounds completely wrong, though. Wouldn't you say?
To claim that if they don't call themselves clergy?
Well, we don't use that name clergy.
Really? Well, yeah, that's my question. Why did your lawyer use that in court? They tried to
because that expression refers to priests and those that take the lead in different denominations.
Right. The Watchtower lawyer used that term, clergy privilege. That means what someone confesses to you is like a secret or something. You don't have to call the police on them. I just thought it was amazing because they say they're not clergy. So I was just wondering if they changed that or what was the deal with that.
Well, I don't know too much about the other religions, but we're Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, this was a case involving the Watchtower organization being sued by a woman who was sexually abused. And the Watchtower lawyer tried to use the defense clergy privilege.
And they said that they were Jehovah's Witnesses?
Oh yeah. They actually settled the case with her. It means they paid her probably millions.
Well, I'm not aware of is that why you're calling here the Kingdom Hall? Because they did mention that they were Jehovah's Witnesses?
Oh yeah, everybody, it's in the news. Everybody, you can read the transcripts. Yeah. It was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah. And because when I was studying, I learned that they're not clergy. So I was just wondering why he would say that, the lawyer who is a witness also.
I don't know, but let me I serve as an elder here in the congregation.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, you should definitely be aware of what's going on here. It was in the news. This was just last week in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah.
But let me mention about they don't call us clergy.
Well, they did here. Your lawyer, the lawyer for the Watchtower, called them clergy and trying to claim clergy privilege, but they wouldn't accept that reason because it wasn't in a confession type situation. But I just thought it was I had wondered if they had changed not calling themselves that. Yeah, I don't really know.
I don't ever remember. I've been Jehovah's Witness for 42 years, and I have never heard that expression in our organization.
Yeah,
that we are clergy.
Yeah,
it's hard to believe, but elders deal with situations like that where maybe one of the members of the congregation is accused or maybe even arrested. That could happen.
Yeah.
And it's very rare, but it could happen.
Not really. It's starting to, they've paid off a fair amount of cases in the millions. And did you hear about the Australia trial?
What is your interest in asking these questions?
Well, I'm a citizen of this country, and you guys, you're a 501c3 organization, tax exempt, and I'm a concerned citizen.
Oh, okay.
Don't you have concern about it?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Australia
Yeah.
thing
But
was
see,
called.
what you are saying, I
Mhm.
have never seen it happen in the 42 years
Mhm.
that I've
Mhm.
been serving as
Oh,
an
that's
elder.
good. That's good. But the
I've never
Australia
seen it
Royal
happen.
Commission, their conclusion was because of some of the policies that they have taught in letters and the Elder's Manual, that the children are at risk for sexual abuse because they don't call the police as they should.
I didn't quite understand
Hmm.
that. Well, say it again.
Well, they were Jeffrey Jackson. You know who he is, right?
Uh, I still didn't understand that.
Well, I
I'm
was going to
sorry.
just go backtrack a little bit. Jeffrey Jackson is one of the governing body, and he
Oh yeah,
was,
Jeffrey Jackson. Yes,
yeah,
yes. He's
he
in the.
was on the witness stand at the Australia Royal Commission, and they were questioning him about the child abuse policies. It's very interesting. You can actually see it on videos if you want to see it. What his answers were. Um, but they're going to reopen that in March. They feel
Mhm.
they want to see whether they have changed, such as things like the two witness rule, and so that will be on in Australia again in March. They are opening it up again. They're not satisfied with their
Mhm.
explanations or
Mhm. That
policies.
that yeah, that it kind of surprises me
Hmm.
because we don't hide anything. And of
That's
course, you can't hide
yeah.
anything
Yeah.
because Jehovah God sees
Well,
everything.
right. That's why I don't know. That's what they were looking into, and they concluded that they do hide it by not calling the police, even when it's a law. That's what this one was about here, where they tried to claim clergy thing. Yeah, they were losing, so they paid out. They decided to stop and pay her a
Mhm.
large amount of money. It was required that they call the police in Pennsylvania, and they did not. So this young girl, she's in her early 20s now, and so
Mhm.
she took it to court for 4 days, and
How long has that been?
that was last week in
No, I'm
Pennsylvania.
talking about. You said she was a minor child.
Right, she was a young teenager when it was happening, and they found out
Uh-huh.
about it, and they didn't notify police as required.
Yeah. Well, I, I you know, I'm listening. I don't know you. I'm listening to you,
I know.
and
You seem concerned
yeah,
about it. That's good.
but
It is a concern.
in my 40 years, I have
Yeah.
never seen that word.
Well,
It is
that's good.
hidden.
That's good. And I know most witnesses would be really um, surprised by some of the things that are going on, but this is becoming. It was in the news, even on some secular news and stuff like that. I think it was in the
You live
news,
here?
and
Do you live here in Klamath Falls?
no, I don't. I
No.
just wanted to call a witness and see what they said about if they had changed whether they're called clergy or not.
Mm-mm.
Because
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty
we're
shocking to try to
ministers.
claim, right,
We're
mhm,
ministers. Yeah,
to
we're
claim they
ministers.
had clergy privilege. I thought it was if they deny their clergy, you can't really have it both ways, you know.
Hmm.
So if you Google her name and Watchtower, you can learn about the case. Her name is Stephanie Fessler, Fessler.
Fessler.
Yeah. Do you want the
Uh-huh.
link for the videos of Jeffrey Jackson testifying about this topic?
Uh, just a minute, okay?
Uh-huh, sure.
Let me get a pencil.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think I touched the dial
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
of the phone. Anyway,
That's okay.
yeah, let me have that. Let me have that information.
Okay,
I'm
well,
interested because I have never seen it done.
yeah, I'm glad because some witnesses have a very strange reaction, like they,
And I have dealt
uh-huh,
with situations here. Like I said, I've been here for 40 years in the congregation, and I'm one of the elders, and
Right.
I have dealt with situations like that, and I would never hide something like
Yeah.
that.
Did you call the police
If it was
too?
true, of course, things maybe are not true at times.
Yeah, but in a lot of states, you're required to call the police, even if you have any accusation or suspicion.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be proven.
Well,
Did you call the police?
well, I know in one situation I called child services.
Oh, good. That's right. That's great. But yeah, this is what the concern is, that's not, you're maybe have a lot of integrity. That's really great that you do that. But anyways, yeah, her name is Stephanie with a PH, Stephanie, I-E. Fessler, F-E.
It's S-T-E-F-H?
Well, no, it's P. Okay, it's S. I know that's a hard name to spell. It's S-T-E-P-H-A-N-I-E.
Okay.
And her last name is Fessler, F-E-S-S-L-E-R.
Fessler.
F-E-S-S-L-E-R. Yeah. And if you just Google that with Philadelphia or Watchtower, all of the articles will come up. And the Australia Royal Commission is on a channel. Just somebody posted just video of them testifying. There was branch officials from Australia, Jeffrey Jackson, on the under oath answering questions. And that's on a channel called Jake Control. I don't know why it has that name. He just wanted to name it something. Jake, J-A-K-K-E.
Just a minute.
That's a YouTube channel. J-A-K-K-E. I don't even know how to say that. J-A, 2 K's, E, and then a space, and then the word control. C-O-N-T-R-O-L. That's very interesting. I think you'll be very interested in it.
Yeah. We have opposers now,
Oh, really?
Oh, you don't think Jehovah's Witnesses have opposers?
What do you mean, that they don't agree with you, or what do you mean by that?
We have, there may be someone that at one time was associated with our organization, possibly was disfellowshipped for wrongdoing, which we do.
Only for wrongdoing? That not agree? They don't get disfellowship for just saying they don't, want to be a witness anymore?
No.
They don't?
Wait a minute. You didn't let me finish.
Oh, okay.
And so they become apostates. They go against our organization because maybe they were disfellowshipped. Maybe they just became disgruntled over maybe some teaching or something, and they left and they become apostates. And an apostate will talk things against you, of course.
Are people shunned that just don't want to be a witness anymore?
Are there any like that? Of course.
Yeah, that are they shunned then by everybody they ever knew? Their family and friends.
Are they what?
Shunned.
I didn't understand that word.
Shunning means you're not allowed to talk to them anymore. Like, say if someone just left.
It's disfellowship, yeah.
No, I mean, if you just left, if you just said, I don't want to be a witness anymore, are you allowed to talk to them?
No, you disassociate yourself.
Are you allowed to talk to them?
And it'll be mentioned in the congregation so everybody could be aware.
Right. Are you allowed to talk to them?
Well, why would we want to talk to someone that disassociates themselves and begins to maybe...
that wasn't my question, why would you, but I said, are you allowed to talk to them? Or are they shunned just the same way as someone who's disfellowshipped?
Well, I guess it's an individual, individuals could decide what to do, but
they could.
The ones that we
I don't know about that because there's been recent broadcasts where they talk about shunning inactive ones.
Okay, let me give you some information about myself. I belong to a Spanish congregation.
Hmm.
So, the wording and all that, I may not
Yeah,
be,
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. I get
I
that.
go to I'm in a Spanish
Yeah.
congregation.
Well, you're very good
And
on English too. So yeah,
yeah, but
that's cool.
I was born here in the United States, but I've been my Spanish is a lot better than my English.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I won't keep bugging you
But
about all those
I'm not
details.
trying to give excuses.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
know,
trying
I
to
know,
give.
I understand. I used to speak German, and I don't speak German as well anymore either.
In fact, in fact, my family members were witnesses,
Hmm.
and I ended up having a fleshly sister that was disfellowshipped for years, many years, and uh, I know the feeling, about someone being disfellowshipped. But the thing is that when someone's disfellowshipped, if they're really repentant, they will come back. But many don't, you know.
Yeah, many
But they're
just simply don't believe it's God's only channel on earth, and so that's why a lot of people have left because of things like them associating with the United Nations, things like 607, things like the true history. If you look it up, like on
well,
Wikipedia, that's they're not all gross
no, you
sinners or
know,
something.
yeah. Well, every situation is judged according to what took place. But when a person is disfellowshipped in our organization, they're really asking for it.
Really?
That's what they really, yeah,
Hmm.
because they don't repent. They
What
may
if what
they
if they
may
simply don't want to be a witness and maybe like a lot of them, I've seen actual baptisms of kids that were like 10 or 11 years old. And
mhm.
then they grew up and like researched it and found out about the United Nations, the
Well,
false
that's sad.
dates, and
That's
they just
sad.
don't want to be a witness. How are they asking for it? You couldn't make an informed decision when you're like 10 or 11 and everybody's so wanting you to do that, you know,
Yeah, the percentages are very low compared, though.
compared to what?
Uh, those that are disfellowshipped or those that leave,
Really?
the percentages are very, very low.
I think the Pew Research study showed that about 60%
But
of the
you know
children are
what?
leaving. That's not very
Were you
low.
ever were you ever a witness?
No, no,
No. Anybody in your family?
no. I
No.
just had some friends that
What's
were.
your, what's your what's your big interest in this?
Oh, I studied with them for a while, and I like talking with witnesses. I'm very interested in theology and history. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I'm
The
very
truth.
concerned about the child sexual abuse too. As a concerned citizen,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a
It
right to
concerns
be. Yeah.
it me too, and that's
Good,
why we.
good. Well, hey, I
Yeah.
really love your concern about that. I haven't met a lot of witnesses who were even interested, and they just say it's evil people are lying and all this kind of thing. And if that happened at my church, I'd be looking into it that day. I want to know what's going on.
What denomination are you now?
Well, I fellowship with Christians at Calvary Chapel, but we believe there's Christians in different, we don't promote our own denomination. We like to focus on Christ.
Yeah. But are people that are practicing wrongdoing that are dedicated in your church, do
Mm-hmm.
they get this fellowship?
Most of the time I find that people that are like, say, stealing or in adultery or, younger people that are living with somebody, they generally don't come to our church. Yeah, because our stand is against that. I don't know why they would. The context of 1 Corinthians 15 is people coming, being part of the congregation. That's why it says about 3 or 4 times remove them. It's not about not talking to them. But in our culture, most of the time people will just don't come anymore if they want to live that way.
Hmm.
So no, I
It's
don't
a
know
fo-
any overt sin going on, really.
it's a form of discipline. That's what it is. It's fellowshipping.
Yeah,
And
1 Corinthians 15 doesn't teach that.
If the person accepts that discipline, they will become reinstated, and they will become loved like they were from the
Oh,
beginning.
you mean your love is only if they want to become a witness again?
No.
You said they'd be loved. Aren't they
A
loved?
person,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to give up on you then, because
Okay.
you want to argue now.
No, you just said then they would be loved again if they come back.
See,
Hey, can I ask you one more question? This is like so interesting. When someone leaves the witnesses, they say you've left Jehovah. Is your organization like, isn't that kind of like making them equal to Jehovah? Why did they talk like that? Like if someone left our church, I wouldn't say they left Jesus. I mean, I don't know. Hello?